Well, Attorney General Keith Ellison seems to be doing everything everywhere all at once. He just took over a prosecution of a well-known murder case from the Hennepin County attorney. His $100 million Juul lawsuit is almost done, and he could actually delay or partially block the controversial Sanford University of Minnesota health merger. And he is investigating Hyundai and Kia, and he's also doing a lot of other things. We don't have time to ask you about those. Okay. I do appreciate your coming in.
Thank you.
The first question, I know you said you cannot talk about this case, but you took over a case from Mary Moriarty, the Hennepin County attorney. Is this something you are going to do on a regular basis? She's saying it sets a terrible precedent. No,
the county attorneys in our state are elected, trusted by the voters to exercise good judgment. This particular case, the facts as alleged, and you've reported on this case, so people have heard about it. The facts are so far outside of what is expected, what community standards are, that anybody who's the victim of a premeditated murder, there cannot be a minimal disposition for the people who did it. And so that's why we're involved.
And I must say that everybody that we have talked to or seen is supporting your position, including the Federation of Police Officers, as well as certainly the family who I talked to.
Well, Mayor Hollis Winston has spoke in favor of the family and the action that I'm taking. So have clergy members. I just hope that we can all learn something from this.
All right. I do want to ask you about the Juul lawsuit. You are suing Juul for $100 million for basically false advertising to children to get them to start vaping. How is that lawsuit going?
I believe it's going well.
It's in Hennepin County District Court.
Hennepin County District Court, 18th floor. We're well into the second week. We just completed it, and we have, I think, about another week to go, and maybe early next week we'll be wrapping up. But look, you cannot use deceptive advertising to hook kids and addict them to nicotine. You can't do it, and we're not going to allow them to do it.
Okay. Let's talk the Fairview-Sanford merger. I said that you possibly could block it, but that's not exactly right, is it?
Well, so we don't have the authority to just say no. We do have the authority to review, and then if we find a violation of law, sue to prevent or alter the merger. So that is the current status. And we're in an investigative phase right now, finding out a lot of information. We've shifted to a new phase where we're taking live testimony from people who have information, and we're learning a lot.
Is there anybody who is in favor of this merger other than Sanford and some executives at Fairview?
Well, the greater weight of people do not support this. We know this because we've had 4 community meetings. We've taken over literally thousands and thousands of community comments from our office. But there were some folks who in Bemidji and a few other places had some positive things to say. So it's not anywhere close to even, but there's a few folks.
All right. Also, you are also investigating Hyundai and Kia.
Right.
We had the chief of police on here just a couple of weeks ago from Minneapolis, who said that since the beginning of the year, some 1,600 car thefts, 70% of them are Hyundais and Kias. You're going after the companies or looking into the companies.
Right, and I want to just say to some folks have said, well, what about arresting the people who are stealing the cars?
Yeah.
And the answer is, of course.
Yes.
And I want to commend the officers who are doing that. But I also want to say, if this is a crime of opportunity, let's limit the opportunity. Kia and Hyundai should have a national recall and should fix these cars, period. That's what they should do. And if they don't, we're going to try to make them.
All right. Well, certainly the police chief of Minneapolis, Brian O'Hara, said it's a situation that's out of control, and it also leads to other crimes. People who do that will use the cars.
People have been shot, killed. We had 11-year-old children killed. There was a 70-year-old Hmong elder killed. This is a horrible situation. And look, only about 99% of the cars on the street have these immobilizers, but only about 25% of Kia and Hyundai do. And they left these mechanisms out to save money and the cost of people's safety. So we're not going to stand for it.
One quick question. When are you expecting the verdict in the last George Floyd case where one of the officers has gone to a judge?
Any day now.
Any day now. Okay.
Any day now. But let me just say that it's not like a straight judge trial. What it is a stipulated facts trial. We agreed on what the evidence would be, put it in front of the judge, and then the judge is going to make a decision and issue a decision. So any day now. So we'll probably be talking again soon,
Okay.
Esme.
Well, Mr. Attorney General, everything, everywhere, all at once. Thank you so much for being with us. We
Thank you, ma'am.
appreciate it.
Thank you, and happy Easter.
Happy Easter, absolutely, to all those who are celebrating.